Well, hello and welcome to this week's edition of What's Up Danville. I'm your host, Mark Aaron, Multimedia Design Manager for the City of Danville. Joining me this week is Russell Carter, who's the Communications Specialist for Parks and Recreation. And today we're out at Squire Recreation Center, where there will be a huge event that will be held at the end of this month. It's on March the 28th. It's the Spring Rec-Tacular. And this is going to be a time for you to come out to Squire to get a little information about all the different divisions within Parks and Recreation. On today's show, we're going to dive a little deeper, give you an explanation of the different divisions within Parks and Recreation, what they have to offer. Of course, Russell does a great job on the City Currents, which is a monthly show here on River City TV, and him and Lynette do a great job highlighting the programs. But Russell, I think this is the first event of its kind where you kind of have all the different divisions within Parks and Recreation under one roof for like an open house, but you're going to have a lot of other great events as well, right?
Yeah, that's right, Mark. We as you know, throughout the city, we're kind of scattered. Our offices are here at Squire. We have some at the City Auditorium. We're at Stonewall. We're at Blue. So we're kind of spread out, and what we're finding out is a lot of people come in to talk about they want to put their kids in summer camp. We have 8 different summer camps going to spread out. Yeah. So we thought this would be a good opportunity. It's spring, so we're like, yeah, let's get outside,
sure.
or you know, have something. Mm-hmm. And then B, we're excited to have everybody kind of come in, and you can kind of come through and say, here's 8 different things you can sign up for, and you know, you can do it in 20 minutes and be done and out the door, or you can stay for a couple hours and then just have a good time.
And it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on March the 28th. And there's going to be a lot of great things going on throughout the day. We've got a fun run. We're going to talk a lot about that on today's show. But Russell, before we talk more about the Spring Rec-Tacular and everything that's going to be going on that day, let's talk more about the divisions within Parks and Recreation. As you mentioned, there are quite a few: special rec, outdoor rec, sports and athletics. And for our viewers at home who may not be familiar with those different divisions, can you kind of give us a breakdown of the different divisions that will be here that day?
Sure. Well, I'm going to start with the one that's not so obvious is the library. The library is actually part of Parks and Recreation. So they'll be here. They'll help you sign up to get your library card. We also, one that a lot of people may not know is Parks and Recreation, is the Farmers Market. Yep. And that's part of Parks and Recreation. And Kenny will be here. He's the director down there to talk about some healthy eating and some opportunities at the market. Outdoor Recreation, which handles all of our mountain bike trails and our kayak trips and our canoe rentals, they'll be here. They have a lot of great special events, the Star Lab, which we'll talk about later. Yeah. So that's cool. So the Community Recreation Division, and they do a lot of our out-of-school programs for children. They handle the center at Stonewall, so they'll be here signing up for summer camp, other opportunities. Of course, we have Special Rec, which handles our citizens. We have citizens with disabilities and cognitive development, so they'll be here as well. Yeah. And of course, our Special Rec, which is also our special events, and they have a lot of big events coming down the pipe, so they'll be here to talk about everything they have to offer as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different divisions within Parks and Recreation, and they'll all be on display here on the 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Russell, we're sitting in Squires Recreation Center, so I know sports and athletics will be here as well, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Can't forget about them. Yeah, don't tell them I said that. But yeah, they'll be here, and they have got a lot of great sports camps coming up, so they'll be signing up, and I think they'll be offering some discounts that day as well.
Oh, great. Now, one of the events that's going to take place, I think you're going to showcase here at your Spring Rec-Tacular, is one that we highlighted on City Currents, I think it was last month, and it is pickleball. And this is something that's really taken off here in the community. I think it started with a little group over at Blue Park playing on the old tennis course, to now expanding to most of the rec centers that we have for Parks and Recreation. We've got a great group. But on that day, I know at 10 o'clock, it says pickleball. So what are we going to have? We're going to have some people playing pickleball, trying to explaining what the sport is?
Yeah, that's right. What we wanted to do is not only have booths up where you can get information, but we wanted people to see and experience as well. So we have the booths kind of set around the perimeter of the gym, and then in the middle of the gym, we're going to have demonstrations throughout the day, and pickleball will kind of kick us off. And what we have some people that are going to come in, they're going to play, and they're going to invite some of the guests to kind of play and experience and see what it's all about. Because honestly, pickleball, the title doesn't really tell you anything about the game. So my first question was, where are the pickles? But there are none. There's no pickles. Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to ask the guests to come out and play with us and get to experience it themselves.
And it's kind of like tennis on a smaller scale, kind of like ping pong.
That's right. It's kind of a cross between tennis, ping pong, and badminton. So it's kind of a mixture, and it's a slower game. than tennis. It's not as, you don't have to be as physically fit, but
You're not
there
covering
is
as much
some
air.
running, right? And it's kind of neat. But pickleball started kind of with an older group, and they have really done a fantastic job of telling the kids, and they've actually begun going into the schools and teaching them how to play. And I know some of the local gyms have been playing as well in the schools, so it's really neat, and it's really taken off, and I enjoy it. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I played a little bit when we went and did the segment for City Currents just after the filming, and it's a workout. It is definitely a workout, and again, it's another sport that's family friendly, fun for all ages. So if you've ever wondered what is pickleball and you missed City Currents last month, you can come out to Squire Recreation Center that morning at 10 a.m. for some demonstrations on pickleball at the Spring Rec-Tacular. And then I also see that there's going to be a children's fun run. So can you tell me about where they're going to be running? They're going to be running inside, outside, and it's got a theme to it, right?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to have the Princess/Superhero Fun Run, and we're encouraging all the children to come up, sign up. The sign up is that day. It's a free event. It'll be outside. We'll have the course kind of marked off, and it's an opportunity to dress up as your favorite princess or superhero, and come out and compete in the event. And we'll have a finisher's award for everybody that participates and runs.
And when you say kids, what's the age limit for running in the event?
Well, I think it's 12 and under.
Okay, cool.
And they'll have more information that when you come out to sign up.
Sounds good. And you mentioned a free event for the fun run. This entire thing is free, right? No charge for admission, correct?
That's it. That's it. We wanted everybody to come out and see how we play. We said, we don't want to have any kind of hindrances to come out, so it's free. Just come on down, and there's a lot of cool giveaways and stuff as well to kind of get people to come on out.
And also, you mentioned this just a minute ago in the earlier segment, was the Star Lab. And at 10:15, and this is going to go, the show will go every 15 minutes up until 1:15. So tell me about the Star Lab.
The Star Lab is really cool. The Star Lab is basically a giant inflatable planetarium. And you get in there and you can kind of look at constellations and everything, and you kind of crawl in there. It almost looks like one of those bouncy castles, but you get in and kind of learn a lot about it. It's really neat. It's a really cool thing, and we're excited to have that.
And that's something Outdoor Rec has?
That's correct. Yeah, it's a part of their programming. They have it. It's something that relatively new that they've started doing when they have kind of educational programs. Because Outdoor Rec, they like to get out, they like to do fun events and adventures, but they're also really focused on educating about the outdoors and the kind of the world around us.
Very good. Well, you definitely want to come out again. That'll be staggered every 15 minutes starting at 10:15 that morning on the 28th, and it'll go until 1:15. So you definitely want to come check out the Star Lab, and that's brought to you by Outdoor Recreation within Parks and Rec. Now, I look down the list here, Russell, of different things that'll be going on for the rest of the day, and a lot of it has to do with dancing and cardio and fitness. Tell me, you got a lot of great things to get people active during that day.
That's right. We have a very strong health and wellness department here. It's part of community recreation. So we have a lot of opportunities. And actually, the first one, the Let's Dance, is actually put on by the Council on Aging Youthfully. And let me tell you, these folks can dance, and they can go all night. And it's just neat, some of the dances they do. And they do a lot of shag dances, and they do a lot of line dances. They have the gauntlet. They do everything.
Right.
So they'll be here. And we have like Zumba and a lot of those programs as well. And we're trying to get people to get active in Danville. I mean, it's certainly something that as we get more and more feedback from the citizens, they say we want to be healthy, we want to be active. So we're trying to have as many programs like that as possible.
And the Council on Aging, that's housed at Blue Recreation Center, right?
That's
Most
correct.
of those dances are there?
That's correct. They actually have a dance every Friday night. And there's a little $5 charge just to kind of cover the band, and they party hard. I tell you, sometimes we have to run them out.
That's great. Well, now I look here. It says Back to Basics Cardio Basketball. So is this something Sports and Athletics is doing with basketball, or who's putting this on?
It's actually part of health and wellness. We kind of cross program a lot. Back to Basics was part, if you remember last month on health and wellness when I missed those couple of shots.
You made one.
I try to forget. But that's actually part of that program. It's a program that one of our staff members developed in-house, and it's neat. It kind of combines basketball and cardio, and it's like doing basketball drills. I haven't gotten any better at basketball, but I've gotten a little bit better in shape.
Very good. Well, you'll be able to take part in a lot of those drills on that day. Well, Russell, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back from break, we've got a lot more to talk about when it comes to the Spring Rec-Tacular here at Squire Recreation Center on March the 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've kind of just scratched the surface on the things that will be going on that day, and we haven't talked about the giveaways, because there's going to be something that Parks and Rec is going to give away that day that will definitely get you in the door, because you'll definitely want to hear what this is all about when we come back from break. So stay tuned. When we come back from break, we'll talk more about the Spring Rec-Tacular here in the city of Danville on March the 28th. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Well, welcome back to this week's edition of What's Up Danville. I'm your host, Mark Aaron, Multimedia Design Manager for the City of Danville. My guest this week is Russell Carter, who's Communication Specialist for Parks and Recreation. And today we're talking Spring Rec-Tacular that will be held here at Squire Recreation Center on March the 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. In the first half of the show, we really just scratched the surface on a lot of the great things that will be taking place that day. But the real, reason behind this event is to get all the divisions within Parks and Recreation in one place so we can showcase everything that this department within the city of Danville has to offer. As Russell touched on the first half of the show, there's a wide range of different divisions within Parks and Recreation that offer programs for everyone here in the city of Danville from age 6 months to 110, right, Russell?
If you can play, you can come out.
We've got it covered. And again, you can always log on to their website, playdanvilleva.com. They've got a great website, and it really details all the different divisions and the different programs that they have to offer. But Russell, let's get back to the Spring Rec-Tacular, because we touched on some of the different things. We've got a kids' fun run that day. We've got the Star Lab, which is an inflatable planetarium, I guess you could say. And then we've got a lot of the health and wellness programs that'll be on display. You can do some basketball drills. And then also, there's going to be showcasing some African dance moves, I think.
Yeah, that's it. That's one of our ongoing programs. It's actually a partnership. There's several African dance companies in the area, and they do a lot of programs with us, and they're often at our events. And they have everything from just learning the dances, and they actually have some kind of health and wellness. It's a cardio that's based on the drumming beats, and so you do kind of your cardio, and you can't help but to be up tempo with the beats going on.
That's
so
awesome.
It's one of our ongoing partnerships.
Great, and then also there'll be some Zumba going on that day, I think.
That's it. Yeah, we'll have some Zumba here, and that's again another program that we have ongoing. Pretty much any time of the year, you can do Zumba. We have Tai Chi. We have pound workout. I always mess it up. Pound round workout. And they do. So we have a lot of programs that last throughout the year. But spring, we try to get everybody and say, hey, listen, it's thawing out. The snow's somewhat gone, maybe, hopefully, and we'll get people to come in and do everything that we have to offer.
So it's going to be a great event. Not only will you be able to walk around in the different booths of the divisions within Parks and Recreation, but you're really going to get really interactive. You're going to get to go out and exercise, do some basketball drills, and also notice you're going to be partnering with the National Guard, because they share this space here at Squire Recreation Center with our Sports and Athletics Department. So kind of a great match, and they've got some things going on that day too, right?
That's it. There's the guys at National Guard. They're great partners. They love to get out, and they're pretty much at most of our events. This particular event, they're going to bring out the jousting arena, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen this thing, so I'm real excited to see what we're going to be doing with it. I kind of hope it's like the American Gladiator things where you pound people.
So you know what? You can get your different divisions to get in the ring together and pound it out.
That's it. We'll fight for programming.
I know
space.
y'all do some pretty cool staff meetings. I know your director, Bill Screeney, always gets you guys together. I guess on a monthly basis it is, but you always do some pretty cool staff meetings. So that'd be pretty.
That's
neat.
it. My first staff meeting ever, when I first came on, we did the zip line. And I thought, man, this is the best place to work in the world.
Well, that'd be great. So maybe we can line up jousting. If Bill's watching this, maybe he can line
That's
it up.
That's it. There you go.
That'd be good.
The National Guard also has the pedal cars, and we race around. And according to the guys over there, they say they're not easy. They say they're hard to drive. Cool. So I'm interested in getting those, seeing what those are all about as well. So I haven't seen these, but we're excited to have them there, and they promise that it's a lot of fun.
Cool. So we've got National Guard on board as a sponsor, and another sponsor is URW, Community Federal Credit Union, and they are going to be giving away something very special that day in partnership with you all. Tell us a little bit about, if you come in and you register, what can you win?
Well, our big giveaway of the day is an iPad 2.
Wow.
We're real excited about it. URW went above and beyond, and they said, you know, let's make a. We want to kind of get people to come out and say, hey, let's have a good giveaway. So that's real cool. iPad 2. But you got to come. You have to come.
Yeah. And so when you come out that day, you can register at the door for your iPad 2. So not only will you be getting a lot of great information about Parks and Recreation, you might walk away with an iPad 2. And if you're one of the first 500 to come through the door, you're going to get a very special gift. Tell us about that.
So we have some Play Danville VA sunglasses.
Nice.
So they're pretty stylish. I'm actually going to hope to get me a pair as well.
Yeah, very good. So you want to be one of the first 500 that come through the door to get a pair of those sunglasses. So, Russell, it seems like it's going to be a great day. Like I said, we want everybody in the community to come out, because I know there's a lot of people watching this that probably take part in some of your programs, but maybe it's just in a specific sector of Parks and Rec. They may be doing sports and athletics, and they don't realize maybe what outdoor recreation does. Or if they're a senior in the community and do a lot at Blue Recreation Center, they may not realize, well, maybe what some of the things that community rec that their grandchildren could be doing. So I think it'll be a great opportunity for people to come in the community, bring your entire family out to learn more about what Parks and Recreation has to offer.
Sure, and like you said, Mark, a lot of our programs, a lot of our divisions kind of cross programs, so you might be interested in some kind of dance. Well, we have 2 different divisions doing different dance classes, and we have art classes that our actually senior programmer puts them on, but they're for everybody. So, you know, it's not just, we don't just stick in our little areas. If somebody's good at it and they have an interest in it, we try to get them to go ahead and do that program. So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of things. And again, the things that people don't know, like the library and the farmers market, and they're all part of us as well. So we really want people to know everything that we do and say, you know what, I like to play, so let's see what we can play.
Well, if you like to play, you need to come out to Squire Recreation Center on March the 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Spring Rec-Tacular. And as Russell mentioned, we'll be giving away a free iPad 2 thanks to URW and the National Guard, who are sponsoring this wonderful event. First 500 through the door get some cool looking sunglasses they can take home. And again, log on to playdanvilleVA.com to get more information about this event, and then also all about the great things that are going on within Parks and Recreation. And again, each month you can tune in to Russell and Lynette, who host the City Currents, and of course that's a monthly program here on River City TV focusing solely on Parks and Recreation and all the great things that are happening that day. Again, it's a free event, so come on out. And we've also got the fun run that will start at 11 o'clock. Is that right, Russell?
Yes, that's right.
11 o'clock, and that's a free event as well. So you want to dress your kids up in your superhero, your princess outfit. If you're 12 and under, you can take part in that fun run. There will be medals given away for participation in that event, so you want to come out and enjoy that. And Russell, is there anything else I missed? I know we've covered a lot on today's show. There's going to be a lot of great things going on here at Squire, but anything we might have missed?
Yeah, actually, one thing I just thought about is we're actually, I know it's spring, but we're actually doing summer camp registrations on site.
Oh,
so we have a handful of summer camps. I believe there's some discounts that are going to be here, but you have to come here to register that day only. Right. There's some discounts, and we have a lot of great summer opportunities, so we'll be doing that as well. Right. And we'll also, you know, we might have some healthy snacks as well. So there's a lot to give away, and there's probably more that I haven't mentioned that we're going to give away.
Yeah, well, we don't want to give away all the secrets. We want to get you to come out and experience that firsthand. And that's the second time that I've heard Russell mention discount for signing up that day. So if you're thinking that you want to take part in a program in the spring or summer months within Parks and Recreation, it'd be a great time to sign up for those programs now, especially when you're talking summer camp programs and things of that nature. So come on out and take advantage of some of those discounts as well. Well, Russell, I appreciate you joining us today to share us more information about the Spring Rec-Tacular. And this is the first time we've done something like this here in the city, right?
That's right. This is the first event that we've had. Hope to have many more.
And we want to see you out on March the 28th, Squire Recreation Center, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Spring Rec-Tacular. Thanks again, Russ, for joining us.
Thanks, Mark.
And thank you at home for watching. Until next week, have a great day.